Good afternoon, dear students. Today, I teach you a short story written by Sudha Murthy, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read. This story is so important on two aspects. One is it tells about the value of education and it reveals the student and the teacher relationship. When we observe our great epics or since the dawn of the civilization, teacher has been highly regarded and highly respected personality in the society. At the same time, in Vedas and in epics also, we find cordial relationship between the teacher and the student. Because in those days, disciples used to feel that their teacher is their source of inspiration. Their teacher is the storehouse of knowledge. It is the teacher who acts as a torchbearer in their lives. So, teacher has enjoyed considerable respect among his disciples, and he is highly regarded in the society. Even our great kings also regarded the status of teacher and gave lot of prominence to the teaching community. So here in this short story, we come to know the value of education as well as the student and the teacher relationship. You know, education is the powerful weapon through which we can combat any kind of problem in the society. Without literacy rates high, you cannot solve any problem in the society. So 80%, 90% of the problems in the society are based on, illiteracy. So we need to improve illiteracy. It means we need to educate the people. Once education enters the life of a man, it transforms man. So that is the reason even the present leaders also stress the importance of education. Here we come to know in this story the desire of an old lady to get education. That is more inspiring. So education brings rapid change in human beings. That is the value of education. The most valuable thing in the world is education. We need to keep more focus on education and we need to spread the education all over the country so as to make our country very great. Though this story is very short in size, but it still gives us a lot of information, still emphasizes, keeps more focus on the need of education as well as, what can I say, the teacher and the student relationship. So even when we observe since the dawn of civilization, Guru Shishya relation. So Guru Shishya relation has tremendous value in the society. Then, so let me explain the story how I taught my grandmother to read. It was written by Sudha Murthy. It was written by Sudha Murthy. It's a quite appealing story. It's quite emotional as well as appealing story. So Sudha Murthy is a popular short story writer in India. All her short stories, are reveal emotional bondage as well as give us some kind of inspiration, and we get much motivation when we go through each and every short fiction of Sudha Murthy. Her writings reveal her feministic outlook also. It's all her writings. So she has written a number of short stories and essays. All her writings are based on feminism. She wants to bring out a feministic outlook in her works, and at the same time she wants gender equality in the society, and he focuses her writings on women's empowerment. Women need to participate in all activities. Women has equal strength, mental and physical, to fight against all odds or all in the society. They are more powerful. Only thing is, women require encouragement and support. If they get all these things, support and encouragement, they definitely show their determination, commitments towards their assigned tasks. So all her writings reveal the strength of women mentally and physically, and the support they require. And that is the reason why we come across some feminist angles in her writings. Then the present story, how I taught my grandmother to read, shows the value of education. As I said earlier, the present story, how I taught my grandmother to read, reveals, informs us the value of education. Education possesses huge value as it becomes the path to light, as it becomes the path to reach your assigned tasks, as it becomes a torchlight to achieve your desired goals. So education is quite important. It is like an oxygen in everybody's life. Then, and expression of gratitude of taught to her teacher. And this also shows the bondage between the teacher and the students, teacher and the taught. So generally, the students who received education, support, inspiration from the teacher, they continue to be loyal to their teachers, and they continue to express their gratitude towards the teacher. So what matters more is, it is the gratitude of the taught that makes the teacher feel so happy. It is the spirit of the teacher that makes the student feel happy. So the cordial relation between the teacher and the taught is so essential that both of them recognize and understand, and both of them show a kind of strong bondage between them. Particularly the taught, that means the student, shows utmost respect, utmost reverence, utmost loyalty, gratitude towards his teacher, because he feels that it is his teacher who brought a kind of progress in him, who has shown the right way to him. That is the reason, so, we come across in the history or in any other, Vedas or in great epics, that the taught, particularly the students, always exhibit their loyalty towards their gurus, because they regarded guru equal to God. So, because God they find in the form of the teacher. The students feel godliness, inspiration in the teachers. So they continue to have that kind of relation. They continue to show attitude, gratitude, respect to the teachers. Here also we find the same kind of things. The students' gratitude or the thought's gratitude towards the teacher. Then the author, that means Sudhamurti, was 12 years old and used to stay with her grandparents in North Karnataka. Sudhamurti, the writer of this short story, used to stay with her grandparents when she was 12 years old. So that means she spent her childhood with her grandparents in North Karnataka. So when you spend your, time with your grandparents, automatically what happens, a kind of culture grows in you. You will become a full-grown human being, because your formative period was under the influence of your grandparents. So grandparents, nothing but symbols of traditions, symbols of customs, and they show, what can I say? They show their traditional thoughts, or they have utmost importance or influence on the children. So Sudhamurti's stay at her grandparents, is a kind of a evolution in her thought as a writer. So moreover, as she stayed there for a number of years, a kind of gradual growth has taken place in terms of broad thinking, in terms of cosmopolitan outlook, and she had affectionate grandparents with her. That is the reason, she has become a complete human being, having understood the greatness of relations. Sudhamurti shows all her experience, all her knowledge she gained with her grandparents in her writings. So as a child, she has grown up as an affectionate human being. Then, so the entire family, Sudhamurti's family, eagerly wait for a weekly magazine called Karamveera. So the entire family, nowadays we got, people get addicted to TV serials, and if they don't get one episode, they get a kind of irritation. So not in a positive sense, in a negative sense. They're addicted to negative things nowadays. But in olden days, few people used to wait for the weekly magazines. because these magazines, bring them a lot of information around the country, and they were eager to learn new things. So reading magazines in those days was taken in a positive sense rather than in negative sense. So Sudhamurthi's grandparents' family used to wait eagerly for a weekly magazine by name Karamvira. It was because that weekly magazine was publishing a Triveni's novel Kashi Yatre as a serial. So here you can find some interesting thing. Sudhamurthi's family used to wait for a weekly magazine eagerly. The reason behind it is, in that magazine there was a serial of a particular episode, that particular thing called Kashi Yatre. Kashi Yatre was a novel, Triveni's novel Kashi Yatre. So Kashi Yatre has become so famous, has attracted huge readers, as it contains some devotional aspects. So grandparents of Sudhamurthy used to wait for that magazine eagerly because they want to read the next episode of the novel. They want to read the next episode of the novel, so they eagerly wait for the Kashi Yatre serial in the book. The novel deals with protagonist struggle to visit Kashi. So what aspects attracts grandparents of Sudhamurthi's family is that the protagonist in that fiction Kashi Yatre struggles a lot to visit Kashi. Kashi has historical. Many people believe that visiting Kashi is nothing but getting a salvation in life, moksha in life. So the people eagerly want to visit Kashi. Not only in the older days, even nowadays also, people wish to visit Kashi as mark of, to exhibit their devotion, to show their, a kind of devotion towards God. And here in the story Kashi Yatre, we find the protagonist or the hero. He struggles a lot to visit Kashi. So what happens in his struggles? What he is going to do? What makes him to visit Kashi? All these factors, create interest and curiosity in the readers. That is the reason why people eagerly wait, anxiously wait to read the serial which appears in Kalavira General. So this particular Kashi Yatre novel is written by Triveni, and the protagonist struggle to visit Kashi becomes so important, becomes novel. So that is the reason, readers, particularly Sudhamurthi's grandparents and the entire family members, love to read, wish to read what happens in Kashi Yatre novel. The novel deals with struggle, to visit Kashi. Since grandmother believed Kashi Yatra as a pilgrimage, she could identify with the tribulations of the main characters. Since grandmother of Sudhamurthy is so interested that this Kashi Yatra is a kind of pilgrimage, is a kind of a devotional yatra towards God. And she has story of Kashi Yatra. She is emotionally attached to different characters to the story. That's what matters. Sudhamurthy's grandmother is so curious to listen to the happenings in that novel. The reason behind it is, as she listens to the events in the Kashi Yatra novel, she is emotionally attached to the protagonist and the rest of the characters in the novel. So she wishes to know what happens to them in the next episode. That is her curiosity. Not only her curiosity, but the curiosity of entire family members. This makes novel more interesting. One day, authoress, Sudhamurthy, went to her cousin's marriage and stayed there for 1 week. So what happens in the middle of the story, one day Sudhamurthy, author of the story, goes to a marriage, her cousin's marriage, and stays there for 1 week. Then even Wednesday, the authoress would read the serial. The grandman not only listen with attention, but also memorize it. So Sudhamurthy used to read the serial, then her grandmother used to listen to it. That's what usually happens in the story. Sudhamurti used to read the serial every Wednesday and used to listen it and memorize it. As she has a lot of interest in the story, she listens very, very carefully. After listening is over, she memorizes entire events. But unfortunately, this week, what happened? Sudhamurti went to a marriage and could not read it. Grandmother feels so unhappy that what happened in the story is not known to her. Later, she would discuss it with her friends in the temple courtyard. So one more, you see, a great quality we find in grandmother is that, she listens to the story and memorizes it. In the evening time, she meets her friends in the temple yard. So in the temple premises, she meets her all old friends and she discusses the events of Kashi Yatra Nava. As she remembers each and every line of that novel Kashi Yatra, she discusses elaborately with her friends. And all her friends love to listen to her story, love to listen to her explanation, love to listen to her, narration of the events. So you see, grandmother listening very carefully, memorizing it, and discussing with her friends. This is a kind of a positive aspect of grandmothers. Love towards education, love towards memorizing things, love towards discussion, love towards sharing her thoughts and feelings with her friends. So this aspect, really, this angle of grandmother really a source of inspiration even today for everyone. So generally we listen and forget, and we don't attach much importance to the important things, and we spend a lot of time to know unimportant things which are not part of our life. But in case of Sudhamurti's grandmother, a devotional lady, grand old lady, a symbol of great traditions of our country, listen to the story, memorizes it, and discusses with her friends, shares her information with her friends in the temple premises. When she returned, she found her grandmother in tears. So after attending the marriage, Sudhamurti, author of our story, returns from marriage and finds her grandmother in tears. And she finds her grandmother in a pathetic mood. And she doesn't know the reason. Then, at night, the grandmother narrated how her past life feeding and bringing up her children kept her busy and spared no time for education. So what happens, one day, grandmother meets her granddaughter, Sudhamurti, and reveals her past. She says to her granddaughter, Sudhamurti, dear Sudha, I spent my childhood, I spent my married life to take care of my family. I could not get a single minute of time to learn education. Now, as I have no education, I have to depend on others to know things. So this narration of grandmother, this revelation of grandmother makes Sudhamurti very sad. Without granddaughter, she had a tough time to guess the next episode of Kashi Yatra. So, since grandmother wants to know the events of next episode, she has no other alternative. She has to depend on Sudhamurti to know the future course of events or the events of last week. She felt disgusted as she was unable to read a single word. So, old lady, she felt very much embarrassed, dejected, and disgusted. And in simple words, she was very much disappointed as she could not read a single sentence. Chinna padam kuda chadiveke raadu kabatti grandmother, she was in great fear. She was completely dismayed and she had a lot of despair as she could not read a single sentence on her own. The reason behind it is she spent a lot of her time in taking care of the family, in taking care of the family members. So she could not find a single minute of time to get her educated. That is the reason why she depends on others to learn something new, to read or write. She doesn't have any option except depending on others. This incident, absence of Sudhamurti made grandmother feel so sad about the events of the story. Nobody brought Kashi Yatra serial before her and nobody read before her. So she did not know what happened in the serial. That made grandmother, become very strong to learn education at the old age. She made up her mind to learn education on her own, to get education on her own. So this old lady expressed her strong desire and willpower to learn education at the old age. There is no age limit to know new things. So every age has got honor in the society. If you want to do wonderful things, age is not the barrier. Age is not the obstacle. If you have strong determination and willpower, not everything can be achieved at any stage of life. Only thing is we should have strong willpower, strong determination to do things. So at this old day, at the age of nearly 60 or 70, granddaughter of Sudhamurti made up her mind to go forward to get education. And she had taken a oath that she would learn all Karnataka alphabets by the end of Dasara. So this old lady, the old lady was firm in her decision to learn Kannada alphabets by the end of Dasara. The granddaughter, mocker of granddad's age, fell on her deaf ears. Even Sudhamurti ridiculed at her decision, mocked at her decision, but still grandmother did not take her granddaughter's words very seriously, and she was in her firm decision. No wonder grandmother proved to be an ideal student. So every day she spent a lot of time. She spent, learning things very seriously. She exhibited her commitment and determination in learning Kannada alphabets. So she started learning things because her target is she had to complete all her learning by the end of Dasara. In no time, within a short period, she could read and repeat Kannada. So within a short period, she was able to read and write. So this shows commitment, sincerity, willpower of this old lady, forgetting her age, forgetting her physical strength, believing in her mental strength. Within no time, within a short period, she was able to read Kannada and write. Repeat also, sorry. So recognizing a kind of evolution in her grandmother, recognizing the talent and hard work in her grandmother, Sudhamurti present her with a copy of the novel Kashi Yatra as a token of appreciation. As a token of appreciation, Sudhamurti, the author of the story, has presented the entire novel in one book form to her grandmother as a token of appreciation. As a token of appreciation, what Sudhamurti did, as a gift, as a presentation, as a token of appreciation, as a reward, she gave the entire Kashi Yatra novel in one book form. Then what happened? Joy of grandmother knew no boundaries. She expressed immense joy at receiving that novel in one book form. And as she was able to read now, she felt extremely happy to go through each and every line and get again emotional connection with the rest of the characters in the novel. Grandmother touched the feet of her granddaughter. You say here what happens, grandmother is the student, grandmother is the student, granddaughter is the teacher. Grandmother touched the feet of her granddaughter, her teacher, as a befitting tribute, to exhibit or to show her gratitude. Grandmother, without any hesitancy, touched the feet of her granddaughter because it is her granddaughter who made her to learn Kannada, who made her to read Kannada. So you see, grandmother touching the feet of granddaughter. So grandmother is a representative of student community and granddaughter is the teacher. So you can see how students express their gratitude towards their teachers. That's one aspect. Second aspect is grandmother, that means Sudhamurti's grandmother, forgetting her age. What she did, she believed in herself, exhibited strong willpower, and she set a target and reached the target. Her target is to learn all the Kannada alphabets by the end of Dasara, and she achieved it. Then, after achieving her target, what happened? She received her gift. The gift is her favorite novel, Kashi Yatre. Then she expressed her gratitude to her teacher in the form of touching her feet. So the story is so moving, and we also derive, we also infer lot of message from this short story by name How I Taught My Grandmother to Read by Sudha Murthy. This story is so interesting, and shows it shows us the good way to improve ourselves. So age is not the criteria to learn new things. That's first aspect. Second aspect is forever we need to be loyal to our teachers, because it is their guidance that made our life more meaningful and useful. So this is about Sudha Murthy's short story, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read. Thank you.